I have 2 girls, complete with husbands, and 2 grandchildren. My daughter came to my house and said, "Mom, you're drooling," and and my 2 fingers weren't working, and she says, "Well, let's go get you checked out the ER first." In the emergency department, he goes, "I'm going to take a brain scan." I could see from across the ED that my brain was up on the picture, and he just put his hands over his head like, "Oh my God." So they took me to St. Mary's in Colorado, Grand Junction, and by ambulance, and then they scheduled surgery. So being a cook, and St. Patrick's Day was a big celebration in our family, I made my daughters bring the corned beef and cabbage, and we were going to serve it to everybody in the ICU unit. So we did. Went through, and my scans were clear up until August of that year. And I was scheduled to have a gamma knife procedure. And that's when I questioned, "Well, how long will I have?" And he said, 5 months, So every neurosurgeon in Colorado said, "No, you won't find a neurosurgeon to touch this."
So you were doing your standard of care after your surgery, right?
Yes. And so my daughter Lauren found this Facebook group on it's called GBM Survivors to Thrivers, and
yes, and that's wonderful.
Yes, so she posted in there asking a question about has anyone ever had a recurrence in their corpus callosum, and this woman answered, and she was a patient of Dr. Sloan. The night before I was supposed to have the gamma knife, Dr. Sloan calls, and after he talked to me, he says, "You're a perfect candidate." And I said, "Well, I'm getting gamma surgery tomorrow." He goes, "Oh, no, you're not. You're coming to Cleveland." So I believe I was the first patient to have the infusion first before the surgery.
Fran was the first person to get it up front. So she was not the first person in the trial, but she was the first person in that third arm that was potentially higher risk.
I was able to get 65% of the tumor through the LIT procedure, which was awesome because I had hardly any healing time at all.
She is about a year and a half out, a little over a year and a half out, and she's doing great. In fact, there's no evidence of tumor in her brain. So we're really pleased.
I feel great. Good. No cancer. They're saying that I'm remission, and they can't say I'm cured because there's no cure for glio. Hopefully, this will empower the medical board to allow this treatment because it works. It works for me, and and I'm living proof that is like the light at the end of the tunnel is. And I get emotional about it. Don't ever give up. Always look for more ways to fight this, and you'll survive. You'll be able to survive well.
Because Fran's my patient. I'm going to do the best thing for Fran, regardless of whether she's on my trial or not. I think she's terrific.
So he is my hope. He's the vision of hope. He knows what he's doing. He's excellent at it. And he believed in me when no one else did. They don't know me. That's all I would say to those doctors. You don't know who I am and how hard I'm going to fight for this. Because these 2 little kids here, that's what I'm fighting for. And my family. That's what I say hope is. To never stop fighting, never give up, and if you get a second opinion, you're not happy, get a third, fourth, and fifth.
Because she's really gotten the word out there that even when people tell you it's come back, and even when people tell you it's hopeless, it's always a good idea to get at least a second opinion.
Yeah, we share it on the Facebook page, what the what I went through, and people are always asking me, what did you take? What did you do different? And I said, the best thing I did was to find Dr. Sloan.
I would say she's courageous, uncommonly generous, and a wonderful ambassador for brain tumor clinical research.